Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Well, good morning. It's Thursday, April 29th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Where the hell did April go? I swear it was just March. But boy, I'll tell you, the bipolar Maryland weather really kicked in yesterday, didn't it? But I did get a nice ride downtown to catch the governor's press conference in person and to talk to Lisa from Rasa Juice Shop for an upcoming local business spotlight. So you want to stay tuned for that. And here we are in the home stretch for the week, so let's get going. About that press conference with Governor Hogan. First of all, the ASL interpreter completely stole the show, but the governor's message was not terribly surprising based on the CDC recommendations from the day before yesterday. Outdoor mask mandate is no more, except for large ticketed events. Indoors and businesses still required. And all restrictions on outdoor dining will end on Saturday. As we did earlier, the governor and the county executive are going back and forth, and the official word from the county executive Pittman is, we'll see. So Anne Arundel still has the tighter restrictions in place, but the capacity restrictions have been lifted, as we told you yesterday. Hogan also said that beginning on Saturday, no pre-registration will be needed for any of the vaccine sites operated by the states. You can sign up directly for an appointment, or you can just walk right up or drive up in some of them and get your vaccine. And late last night, I got a call from the city of Annapolis, and they have more vaccines than they have appointments for today's clinic at the Pip Moyer Rec Center. So if you need the Moderna vaccine, they don't have the Pfizer or the Johnson & Johnson. So if you need the Moderna vaccine, that could be the first or the second shot. Head on over to the Pip Moyer Rec Center between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. today to get poked. And vaccine related, this made me smile. There is nothing the library can't do. The Anne Arundel County Public Libraries are doing double duty as vaccination sites. They've done it at the Annapolis Library, the Brooklyn Park Library, and upcoming ones include May 1st at the Severn Library, May 25th at the Annapolis Mall Library, and then back at Brooklyn Park again on May 25th. I'll tell you, whoever hired Skip Auld as the CEO of the library did a hell of a job. Today's libraries really are just absolutely incredible. Mother's Day is coming up on May 9th, and Watermark has a great gift for Mom, a cruise on the Catherine Marie. And this is their luxury yacht. No Harbor Queen for Mom. Well, no offense to the Harbor Queen because I love her, but this 90-minute cruise will include a charcuterie box, a mimosa drink, and I see exactly what they did there, and live entertainment. A table for two is only $150, and you can do the math for the tables of 4 and 6, but the catch is that they need to have all reservations in by May 3rd to make arrangements for the catering. So if this has your mom's name written all over it, you want to head to cruisesonthebay.com and reserve your table. Another happy post. Live music is coming back to Merriweather Post Pavilion. It kicks off on July 2nd and July 3rd with the M3 Rock Festival featuring Kix and Night Ranger for all you 80s fans. Rod Stewart and Cheap Trick, hell yeah, I'm going to be there, on August 11th. DMB on August 21st. Hall & Oates, another one I will be at, on September 18th, and a whole bunch of others. So all I have to say about that is, yes! And some sad news to wrap up. Well, perhaps it's sad to some and happy to others, but no town in Maryland ranked high enough to make the lawn starter list of the best towns for naked gardening. The top billing went to Miami, but we also didn't make the list of the worst towns. The worst? Well, that was Lincoln, Nebraska, which probably is to be expected. So, Anne Arundel County, we have our work cut out for us in the following year before this list comes out again. Let's get on it. All right, that's it for the news today. As always, thank you for listening. And if you are somewhere where you can leave us a rating or a review, please do. And make sure you let your friends, family, and colleagues know to follow us. It really does help. A quick thank you to the sponsor for today's Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services up in Millersville, and the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company. It is Thursday, so of course we have Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace here with your Maker Minutes, and of course George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather report. All of that in just about 60 seconds.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Are you kicking yourself for not installing solar in 2020? Missing out on that sweet 26% federal income tax credit? Not to worry, because legislation passed at the very end of 2020 extended the 26% tax credit, which means consumers like you can act now to get that credit and have your new solar system up and running before springtime when solar generation moves into peak season. Plus, in addition to the feds, several state and county incentives help to make the solar investment an even bigger no-brainer. Don't have the cash? We've got you covered with competitive financing that is more than offset by the energy savings. Bottom line, Uncle Sam wants you to install solar, and so does the state of Maryland. And you're going to love the savings, so what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Contact us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, April 29th. Yesterday brought a bit of summertime to the Annapolis region with temps in the 80s, and it'll stay warm again today with upper 70s to mid 80s for highs as we stay on the warm side of a frontal boundary moving down from the north and northwest. And it is that frontal boundary that might kick off some showers and possibly even a thunderstorm or two today, but the rain shouldn't be too much on the whole, though rain chances will stick around through Friday with temps cooling into the upper 60s to lower 70s or so for highs Friday. But the good news is that the weekend now looks much improved at this point as a cold front should push through from the west late Friday, helping clear the skies above for Saturday with sunshine and 65 to 70 for highs to start the weekend, followed by more sunshine and now 75 to 80 or so for highs on Sunday, making for a great weekend for just about anything and everything outdoors, including May Day in Annapolis on Saturday, followed by the first of many Sunday Arts Fest Sundays in Annapolis as well. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And use our website each day by visiting DCMDVAweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster company.
So maybe you've heard by now, the real estate market is hot. Actually, on fire might be a better term. And if you've been thinking about changing your address lately, but need to get your house market ready, here are a few simple tips to make your house shine. Clear the clutter. Basically making your house look like no one lives there when you still live there. Removing everything from kitchen and bathroom countertops is a great start. Give your house a deep clean. We're not just talking about a simple dust and vacuum. Think of this as detailing your house. Get into those hard-to-reach places, especially in the rooms buyers will focus on, like the kitchen and bathrooms, and power wash the outside walkways and decks. A fresh coat of paint can go a long way. Light gray and white trim is a safe choice. And finally, talk to us. The Kristi Neidhardt Team can help you find things you might not notice around your house that can make a huge difference in your sale price.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. Registration is open for Project STEAM Maryland Summer Camp 2021 in Owings Mills. It's great to see them back after things were shut down last year. This camp covers so many fun things. Week 1 is character design. Week 2 is rockets, planes, and things. Week 3 is robotics. Week 4 is board and video game development. Week 5 is augmented and virtual reality. And Week 6 is painting and photography. Tomorrow, as well as Saturday and Sunday, the National Electronics Museum in Linthicum is having a used book sale. These books are priced to go, starting at $4 for $1. Books will primarily be nonfiction, including STEM topics, textbooks and handbooks, military history, amateur radio, aviation, computing, and more. On Saturday, the Prince George's County Alumni Chapter of the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority is having a virtual STEM experience, stemming through the pandemic. Registration is required. On Sunday, the first Sunday Arts Festival is back, and it looks like they'll be back in their full glory once again. Last year, things were a mix of virtual and the first block of West Street, but this year it looks like they'll be back at Whitmore Park and the second and third blocks of West Street as well. Local artists could use a boost after this last year, so be sure to get out and support them. But also, wear a mask where it's crowded and be safe in the process. On Saturday, Willow Oak Flower and Herb Farm in Severn are making May Day baskets. Create your own living May basket with blooming annuals in a whimsical hanging basket perfect for your door or fence. Speaking of May Day, be sure to check out the annual May Day in Annapolis celebration in downtown Annapolis. Things are a bit low-key this year, but you'll be able to see the baskets lining the streets of Annapolis. Baskets should be out by 10 a.m. on Saturday, and they're also encouraging people to post their May baskets to social media using the hashtags Mayday Annapolis 2021 and 66th Annapolis May Day. At London Town Gardens down in Edgewater, on Saturday they have a Colonial Mocktails, Syllabub and Raspberry Shrub, a non-alcoholic version of London Town's Colonial Cocktail series. You'll learn how to make 2 historical drinks and learn about tavern culture. And then on Tuesday, check out their 50th anniversary lecture series with Marshy Point Azaleas. After the lecture, you'll take a tour of the gardens to see the blooms in person. At Whole Foods in Annapolis, today check out their Half Pint Kids Club making ducks in a boat. And then on Tuesday, the Half Pint Kids Club is making Sun Butter banana roll-ups, both for ages 3 through 5. At the Brave Light Studios this week, on Saturday they have a botanical watercolor workshop, Hellebores in Bloom. At Art Farm in Annapolis this week, their spring semester is in full swing still, and registration is open for their summer semester, which starts in June. Today, check out their beginner photography class for ages 12 through 16. Tomorrow, there's a virtual cartoon workshop for ages 12 through 16 as well. On Saturday, there's Doodle Mania with Charles Lawrence from FinArt for ages 8 through 12. Sunday, there's an outdoor Turkish silk marbling workshop for ages 10 and up. Monday, there's beginner drawing for ages 8 through 11. On Tuesday, there's graphic design for ages 12 through 16. And then on Wednesday, there's a mixed media and sculpture for ages 8 through 11 with another session for ages 12 through 16. At the Clay Bakers in Annapolis, on Wednesday, there's a Children's Mother's Day making glass hearts with 2 sessions of that. And there's also a glass fusing open house. At the Benjamin Banneker Museum and Park in Ellicott City, on Sunday, they have a May Day wreath making class. Also check out some of their other programs like nature journaling for kids and adults, a Preservation Month special called Working Wood about how the Bannekers built their family home and how the communities used the abundant lumber at the time, as well as join them in celebrating Cinco de Mayo. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, today there's Cooking with Herbs from Garden to Table, a virtual cooking program with Vanessa Young, founder of the Thirsty Radish online cooking classes. On Saturday, there's a mini hanging planter craft, making a fun little mini hanging planter, complete with easy to care for succulent. On Tuesday, there's another session of the Brood Cicadas, Fun, Fear, and Fascination. We get cicadas every year, but there are 13 and 17-year broods that come around periodically as well, and you only get to experience them a few times in a lifetime. Brood X is the biggest and quite an experience. Learn about this once every 17-year phenomenon. Also on Tuesday, there's Excellent Art, with eggs and instruction provided by the Brooklyn Park Library. This hands-on event blends science, imagination, and art. Then on Wednesday, check out Bird-Friendly Backyards, learning how to make the ultimate bird-friendly habitat by enticing bugs, selecting the right seed, and providing nest boxes. Also on Wednesday is Samurai Hat and Fish Kite. Celebrate Kodomo no Hai with fun stories and art. Parents' Choice Award winner Motoko enchants with folktales enlivened with songs, humor, and wisdom. She'll also teach you how to make an origami samurai hat. And finally on Wednesday, check out Soko Knits virtually. Join the knitters, crocheters, and DIYers of South County for a virtual crafting session. Also check out the library's various book clubs, story times, trivia nights, and specialty programs like a Maryland 529 workshop, growing up in a Frank Lloyd Wright house, various outdoor and pop-up libraries, some May the 4th Star Wars events, virtual anime and manga club, life story writing, Ask a Lawyer, Remodeling the Model Minority, the intersection of race, gender, and sexuality for Asian American women, and more. And at the Annapolis Makerspace this week, on Tuesday, join Russ online for the monthly Autodesk Fusion 360 3D Design Workshop. And if you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. And remember, whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
When you think of Watermark, you probably think of Harbor Queen. You know, the big white boat that sits down at the end of City Dock. But did you know that Harbor Queen is much more than just a visitor attraction? That thousands of local school children take field trips aboard it every year to learn about the Chesapeake Bay and our region's history. But that's not all you don't know about Watermark. When the Susquehanna River crested, washing thousands of tons of debris into our waterways, Watermark was there, rolling up their sleeves, helping the Annapolis Harbor Master clean up Ego Alley. And when the Annapolis Police Department SWAT team needed a boat to conduct special training exercises on to help protect our waters, they called Watermark. Watermark, making our mark. To learn more about how Watermark is here for our hometown, visit watermarkjourney.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.